Aaron Rodgers, though, I will say, looks washed.
Yeah. Fans, calm down. The Chiefs know how to overcome adversity.
No team is willing to give up that much for Davante Adams.
Wow, the Vikings are the real deal. I mean, what else can you say about them? Hats off to Brian Flores and that defense.
S-A-M-E, same old Jets.
Wow.
Absolutely rubbish.
It doesn't get better than that. Give them flowers and let's see that swag surf.
Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of the Hurry Up on DAZN. We are here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, of course, because we're at the London Games. I'm with my buddies, pals, familia, Ash and George. How are you guys?
I love it. You do the same opening every time for this, and I'm just like, I love this. This is like your go-to thing.
Muscle memory.
Exactly, yeah. I'm great. It's great to have the NFL back in London. We're basically our home away from home here at Tottenham as well. So, I mean, always good to be with you lovely boys as well.
Yeah, we live here now.
Pretty much. This is our home. I mean, anytime the London arrives in the UK, this is where you will find us. And it's non-stop action. Great game, great energy, great people, great show.
We have got one hell of a show for you guys, obviously, our people, our supporters, our viewers. Now, here's Corey Yarkin with what we learned over the last weekend.
1 is the number of wins Jags quarterback Trevor Lawrence has had over his past 10 starts with Sunday's victory, snapping his personal 9-game skid. Nice way for Lawrence to celebrate his 25th birthday. 2 is the number of plays covering at least 45 yards on Sunday by Colts wide receiver Alec Pierce, who finished with 134 receiving yards and a touchdown on 3 hookups with backup quarterback Joe Flacco. The Minnesota Vikings record of games played in London is now 4-0. They beat the New York Jets 23-7 on Sunday, giving them the best all-time mark in international series games. 6 is the number of times Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers has thrown 3 interceptions in a game, which included the trio, including a pick 6 and a 1 on his final throw here in London. 8 is the number of consecutive regular season games that LA Rams running back Kyren Williams has scored a touchdown, currently the league's longest streak. 9 is the number of combined touchdown passes between the Baltimore Ravens' Lamar Jackson and the Cincinnati Bengals' Joe Burrow in the game of the day Sunday, Baltimore's 41-38 overtime win in Cincinnati. As for Derrick Henry, he can just about punch his ticket to Canton. He became just the 5th player in league history with at least 10,000 rushing yards and 100 touchdowns in his first 125 NFL games. 3 of the other 4 are all in the Hall of Fame. 26 is the number of sacks suffered by Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson, most in the league after being taken down 7 times by the Commanders on Sunday. Watson has been bagged 18 times in the past 3 games, including a career-worst 8 in Week 3.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Corey. Amazing week we've had, guys. You know what? It's the start of the London series, the London Games. What is your highlight so far?
A huge highlight for me, we've got to see our good friend, personal friend and friend of the show, Aaron Jones. Guys, I know he's a Viking now, but he's forever a Packer in my heart. I've never met more of an amazing guy, but an amazing player and stuff as well. Oh, it's just so great to see him, have a little chat with him. And hey, it's always lovely when players recognise you as well, isn't it? So yeah, that was solid.
For me, it's the access, right? The NFL comes to London, it happens every year, and we get to see all the sights, the sounds, the access with the players.
Now, obviously, there was a big game that happened here. We really enjoyed it. Smashing game with the Vikings still undefeated.
I was desperately hoping that the Jets would take this Vikings team down. They're undefeated, but they're also undefeated here in London. Like, that's an amazing stat to have. This Vikings team, they're proven well. I think I've kind of jinxed it for everybody who isn't a Vikings fan by throwing it out into the universe that Sam Darnold was going to be the guy to lead them to the playoffs. I mean, this Vikings team is looking solid. So, you know.
I think if anyone had any questions about whether the Vikings are legit or not, there's your answer, right? Ash just said it. 5-0 in the league, one of 2 teams, also undefeated in the UK, but more importantly, a win internationally across the seas heading into the bye week. Do you know what that does for a team?
Oh, they're going to be loving their
Now
lives.
you can rest and chill and recoup for your next game. So the Vikings are the real deal. I mean, what else can you say about them? Hats off to Brian Flores and that defense.
And you know what? I want to give a shout out to the fans that were here.
Yeah.
It was, to me, the best atmosphere I've experienced in a
The best.
London
You
game.
go fast the best.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was really like it was energetic the whole way
But
through.
Vikings fans travel well, and I will say this, as a cheesehead myself, they were very welcoming to me. They were very welcoming. But you know what?
Shame.
But for internationals, it's nice to have a good level of atmosphere and a good level of fandom coming over. I'd say, do you think they were better than the Bills Mafia coming over?
All right, well, you're not going to get me in trouble with those guys. They're my people.
They're coming for you, yeah.
So you know, the main thing I want to talk about is the stuff that everyone is talking about. This is the biggest news.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, everyone was even talking about it here when we was in the stadium. Is where is Davante Adams going to go?
This one is a really tricky one because, of course, he has a relationship with Aaron Rodgers. You know, they had that time at Green Bay. Ash knows that very well.
Yeah.
But also, if you flip the script, the New Orleans Saints, you know, that was Derek Carr was Davante Adams' quarterback, and they had that relationship at the Raiders before Carr was shipped off. If you ask me, I do not think he should go to the Jets. No. I do not think he should go to the Saints. Hot take alert.
Oh!
Hot take alert. If you're going to ask me, I think Davante Adams heads to the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens, you and Davante Adams are a match made in history. I think that's the case. If you pay attention to social media, you would have seen what Davante Adams put out in sharing the poet on his story. Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a direct link there to the Ravens. A call out or not, just imagine Lamar Jackson and Davante Adams and Derrick Henry in the backfield. You want to win the Super Bowl? That's how you do it.
Can I rebuttal your hot take for a hot second?
Oh, wow.
I heard in the news, but rumours are rife.
Rumours? Yeah.
Exactly, and nothing is confirmed until it's confirmed down on paper. But apparently, the rumour mill is that no team is willing to give up that much for Davante Adams at the moment.
They want a second round.
They want a second round and contain
something. Yeah, so, you know, anything can happen. I kind of do agree with you, though, George. Ain't no way he should go to the Jets. I mean...
Are you guys ruling that out?
The Jets aren't winning a Super Bowl ring anytime soon, and Davante Adams wants that ring. If he wants a Super Bowl ring, he's got to go somewhere else. But I actually might be surprised if a trade does happen. There is that element on the table where actually the Raiders are just like, yeah, you know what? We're going to keep him.
Wow.
For me, one thing that's definitely not going to happen, he's definitely not going to be staying at the Raiders. I think he's going to go to the Saints. It's not a hot take. No hot take alert. I'm saving that till later. But definitely he's going to be moving. That's for sure. I can say that 100%.
You don't think it's going to go back to the Packers at all?
No, you would love that. Let me just pop that right now. That's not definitely happening. Let's go to the Chiefs. Looks like it's normally George is a Colts fan, but
we rep the 32
yeah, we've just noticed some
But on that point,
he has on here.
On that point, since you picked up on the bright red, Rashee Rice, star wide receiver for the Chiefs, I believe it's an LCL injury, and the word on the curb is they were fearing it wasn't going to be so bad, but it seems like he will now miss the entire season.
Wow.
I will just say this again. Fans, calm down. The Chiefs know how to overcome adversity. They've lost their main running back. They've lost their main receiver. They will still win games. They are 5-0 for a reason. He might be out with an injury. I think we should calm it down for the Chiefs, sir.
I think George has just come out with a nice section here.
Word on the curb.
Word on the curb.
It's like the word on the curb.
Word on the curb, man.
Okay, enough gossip and rumours from us in our new word on the curb section that George has coined. Let's go into what happened over the weekend. Okay, let's start off with the Chiefs beating the Saints.
Listen, I'm going to take George's word from last week. Never bet against this Chiefs team and Andy Reid. This Chiefs team, though, is winning ugly, but they're getting the job done. But there are some flaws in this Chiefs game. But hey, let's see what happens.
My lock of the week was ruined. George, you can explain why. Because the Cowboys beat the Steelers.
And they did, but I will say this, it was very close. It took the Cowboys till the very end of the game to get that W. They got the W, they go marching on, and the Cowboys survive another week.
Ash's Packers beat the Rams.
Matt LaFleur wins again against Sean McVay. Guys, I've got to give a huge special love to Xavier McKinney. This guy has got a pick in every one of his games since joining the Packers. So that's 5 in 5 weeks. Can he go 17 in 17 weeks? I think he could do it.
And for shame on all the naysayers, including myself, who'd officially given up on their team, my Giants beat the Seahawks.
They did, and I gotta say I was very surprised. But credit where credit due, right? Daniel Jones, his name has been trashed, but he came out and performed, and they beat the Seahawks, the hot Seahawks, by the way. Flowers to you, New York Giants.
In a surprise to me, victory of the weekend, the Cardinals beat the 49ers.
Are the 49ers in trouble, or is it just because they've got a lot of injuries? I think the injuries, though, are going to be affecting this 49ers team for a little while longer. What they really need is CMC to come back. But yeah, credit due to the Cardinals there.
Despite an off-field, almost scuffle, it looked like, with head coach and quarterback,
Yes.
the Broncos were victorious over the Raiders.
I gotta say, that Broncos defense is for real. The Raiders are on a bit of a scuffle right now, and a very unhappy Davante Adams. And word on the curb is Max Crosby might be leaving too.
But just imagine if the Raiders lose Davante Adams and Max Crosby.
It's a nightmare.
So in the grudge match of the weekend, the Texans beat the Bills.
I'm very surprised at this matchup, actually. The Texans aren't playing as well as I maybe thought they would have been going into this season, because I think we did hype them up in the off-season. But yeah, what an interesting one. That's going to be a surprise, I think, for everybody this week.
More also side eye of the week. If you look at the image here, you see Stephon Diggs looking.
I gotta say, I wonder what
He's
he's doing
just
for his
like,
mind. Yeah.
Right, let's go to the Jags beating your Colts. I thoroughly
Unbelievable.
enjoyed that.
I'm so sick and tired of these Colts. All I'm going to say is shout out to Joe Flacco. The guy's still getting it done. Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, but our defense sold out. I'm sorry, Colts fans. Congratulations, Jaguars.
In the least interesting game to me, the Dolphins beat the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's such an underwhelming game on the weekend slate, really, to be honest. What more can you really say? But yeah, I think given that matchup, the Dolphins should have beat the Patriots anyway, so yeah.
The Commanders, the surprise team of this season so far, beat the Browns.
I got to say, man, the Commanders are legit. Dan Quinn is legit. Jaden Daniels is legit. The Browns defense is not legit. Well done, Commanders. It's true, man. Well, I mean, what you want to say, it's true.
The Chicago Bears, who are coming here to Tottenham Stadium, beat the Panthers.
I mean, is it really that difficult to be beating the Panthers at the moment?
I'm not going to say anything because the Giants have got them in Germany.
You do.
So I'm not
Oh,
going to
very
add
true.
fuel
Yeah.
to the fire.
But listen, Caleb Williams, he showed a bit of something that I think Bears fans have been looking for the past couple of weeks anyway. So great to see that they finally woken up and a spark is sparking for them.
Falcons and Bucks went at it. Falcons
What a
came out
game.
victorious.
NFC South interdivisional game. Matt Ryan gets inducted into the Ring of Honor, and on that very same night, Kirk has the best game of his career and breaks Matt Ryan's record as a Falcon. It doesn't get better than that. Give him them flowers, and let's see that swag surf.
Right, we were here to witness this amazing game.
Yes.
The Vikings beat the Jets.
It was close though, I will say. The Jets did try to claw something back, but as always, the Jets were jet lagging and it was just a little bit too late. A little bit too late. Oh. Guys, are we seeing an Aaron Rodgers a little bit washed up?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we definitely get to that one, maybe later
Oh,
on.
okay. All right.
But in the meantime, Georgie boy, let's go with your power rankings, top 5 power rankings.
All right, number 5 for me, it's the Houston Texans. Great revenge game against the Bills. They get the W. They're going at number 5 for me. Number 4, slightly controversial because they're in a bye week. It's the Detroit Lions. Just because they're in a bye week, you can't be counting these guys out now because they've won some great games and put on some great performances. They're going at number 4. All right, number 3, whether you guys are ready or not, we're going to find out. It's the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, that running game, that underrated defense, they continue to beat down on teams, and Jaden Daniels knows how to play quarterback. Number 3. All right, we're down to number 2 and number 1. For number 2, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Anytime you have Patrick Mahomes, that's right, it's the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Travis Kelce, without their main stars, it's about finding ways to win, and win they continue to do. 5-0. At number 1, there's only one team, right? I'm sure you guys know where I'm going there, and if you don't, shame on you. It's the Minnesota Vikings getting their win here in London, undefeated in the UK, undefeated in the NFL, heading into their bye week. The Minnesota Vikings are the real deal. Guys, give it to me. What you got?
I hate to say it, but I've got to agree. I think with this list,
Come on
really,
now, be
I
like
think
me,
I
guys.
do not agree in any form of way.
Be like me, guys.
The Chiefs should be the number 1. Look at their fixtures.
No,
Look at
absolutely
Hear
not.
me out, hear me out. Let me land here and let me educate you guys.
All right, here
On
we go.
behalf of you Swifties as well, come and back me up. Now, if you look at their fixtures, they've had a hard fixture list, and on top of that, they've won every single time, despite having injury.
All right, cool. But if you look at the Minnesota Vikings, the reason why I think they should be number 1 is because they've played better overall on offense and defense in convincing fashion.
Yeah.
I get the Kansas City Chiefs are 5-0 and they're finding ways to remove injuries. But if you look at it from a holistic point of view, for me, it's the Vikings #1, Chiefs close second.
No, exactly. And I think you said the right key word there, convincing win, whereas
go.
this Chiefs team are just finding a way to get the job done.
Yeah.
It's not 100% convincing for me. I know, as a Packer fan, it pains me to say, but this Vikings team is looking like the better team. They're looking like the better 5-0 team. If you put both of them up there, this Chiefs team has got to be number 2.
Well, we may find out in New Orleans. You will never know then. And then I will be proved right.
Guys, I've got a hot take.
Oh.
Hot take.
Oh, wow.
alert.
Give
I love
it
doing
to
like a
us.
little jingle. Okay. So this is a team who notoriously is going to be in everyone's playoff brackets even before season starts.
Right.
Okay. Injuries are currently affecting them quite badly. My hot take, and this is envisioning that injuries persist and players don't come back soon enough.
Oh, wow.
49ers don't make the playoffs.
Wow. Really? Okay, interesting. In that NFC
And that's
West as
very
well,
bold.
yeah,
And I know it's bold, but this 49ers team is struggling with their players being injured. They are struggling. And other teams that should be beating them are somehow finding a way to get it done. So,
wow.
what do you
okay.
guys think?
It's tricky because you don't have CMC. Again, they continue to push back his return date. So that's tricky. They are struggling a little bit on offense, in particular the game against the Cardinals where they threw 2 interceptions. So, I mean, it's some people probably agree. I might have to sit on the fence on that.
I mean, it is only...
No, there's no fencing. No, will you make a choice?
All right.
Yeah.
Because you're going to push me, guys. You're going to push me. I think they still make the playoffs. It's the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan will find a way.
Look, listen, Ash, relax. Right? When the band is back together and they will get back together in time, even if they don't have CMC, they are a force to be reckoned with. I think that you are overreacting.
Oh.
Oh, is this a nice little segue into the
nicely,
next
yeah.
bit?
A nice little, you know,
Segue there.
segue to overreactions. Now, this is where I've scoured the internet, social media, everywhere. Pundits, famous or not, have said what they say, and I'm going to convey it to these guys and
can't
see
wait
what they
for this.
think. This is not mine, by the way. I just want to make it quite clear.
Oh, no.
Sure.
They're all yours
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, well,
so if
okay.
anybody's got issues, they direct message you?
Well, under a
Yeah.
pseudo name like Kevin Durant, again, like I said last week. All right, my first overreaction take is the Bills are fugazi, fake for those who don't know, and won't make the playoffs.
Nah, man. That's
Yeah.
a massive overreaction.
So we are both disagreeing with you hard and fast there on your personal.
No,
your
it's not
personal
mine.
one.
Don't lie to us, Dre.
No. Bill's
No.
my friend, I'm still with you.
You know, before the season started, I had kind of written this Bills team off, ultimately. Now, they've kind of proven me a bit wrong. I completely disagree with you. As long as the Bills' trajectory is still going up, and listen, teams will lose a couple of games here and there.
Yeah.
The Chiefs will lose a game at some point, Vikings will lose a game. I think this Bills team is still on track to make the playoffs.
Yeah, the Bills.
I
Yeah.
agree too. I'm just saying
Yeah,
what
yeah.
people
No,
were
it's just
saying.
yeah.
Nah. The Bills will be fine. That's a massive overreaction. You got Josh Allen. He's all you need. You got the supporting cast. They're going to be good.
Dak Prescott saved not only the Cowboys season, but he also saved his head coach's job.
Sorry, he saved the season, but it's only week 5.
This is what
Okay, you
people
know what?
doing.
You know what?
This is what people are saying.
I see why you would say that. And I actually do agree because had they lost that game, I'm telling you, heads probably would have rolled. No, I agree. I think he did do a lot in that game and he won the game at the very end. Saved him, well, I want to say saved himself, saved the team, saved the head coach. I don't know if longer term that's the case,
Yeah.
but
I
for
kind of-
now, yes.
For now.
I feel he got a bit lucky as well, Dak Prescott did at the end of that game there. But yeah, it's difficult to argue against that, isn't it?
Okay, despite being 1-4,
Wow.
I already know.
Joe
what it's
Burrow
saying.
is the most talented quarterback in the league.
Let me tell you something right now. Whoever had that overreaction, if it ain't Dre, whoever had that overreaction, you need to sit down and have a cup of tea because, oh my goodness, that is the wildest overreaction
All I can
I
do
have
is-
heard all season.
All I can do
Come
is
on
laugh
now.
at that.
What? What are we saying here? The most talented quarterback in the league? Nah, let's cut the show right now.
You know
Like,
what? At the moment, I'd be putting maybe Jaden Daniels above Joey B. At the moment, like,
Not maybe.
No,
That's
but
he
like-
is.
So,
No, that's not me.
What are we saying here?
you're saying
you saying here?
This
You
is what
said
people
Joey
are
B
saying.
is the best QB.
Not
running.
me.
Absolutely
Remember,
not.
all right, you know what?
Raising
I
us.
might. You know what? I'm just saying this, people. I'm gonna have to start putting names to these statements for
crazy.
moving forward.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Dre's Delulu.
Right. Okay. The next one is more of a chant than a reaction statement as such. So it's SAME. Same old Jets.
Wow.
Absolutely rubbish, and you're not going to make the playoffs. So Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have come back early from injury. And
Oh, wow. Damn.
hot take.
Oh. I wonder where you were going with that. Like, what?
Aaron Rodgers should retire.
Damn.
Because what I saw him do on that field,
We all saw it, bro.
it was like a boxer that had gone one round too much, one match too much.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
I think it didn't look right to me. I'm not saying he's washed, not Ashley, like Ashley's saying.
I'll happily say.
I think that I don't want to see him like that. It just looked bad. He looked slow, old. And I don't care if he gets Davante Adams, it's not going to work.
Ain't gonna make a
so
difference. Okay.
he should retire.
Over the summer, Aaron Rodgers said that he would ideally want to play for a couple more years. He basically wants to do Tom Brady. And apparently he's also said that he would like to retire a Jet.
Without the ring, because they ain't getting one.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is, I know that we were saying a couple of weeks ago, obviously, you said that Travis Kelce looked washed.
No, never in my life.
Aaron Rodgers, though, I will say, looks washed.
Yeah.
I don't think he's come back from injury too early.
Right.
I just think he's older now. He's not he's not the young QB that we've all seen and stuff before. These hits are taking a toll on him. And I kind of do agree with you. I think I'll be really surprised if he comes back for another season after this.
Yeah.
And if he does, it's just going to be ugly gameplay. And if he does, will the Jets keep him as QB1 for the whole season, or is there a chance that they suddenly bench him halfway through?
Look, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, right? They're not making the playoffs in this division. Tua's going to come back and lead the Dolphins to a playoff run. The Jets, forget about it. Bye-bye.
Tua, that should be your
Oh,
hot
that's
take.
a hot take.
That should be your hot take.
Oh.
Bit
Right,
sizzle.
Hot take
let's
number
move on to the next one. I know you're going to react to this.
Oh, God.
Not the 49ers, not the Lions, and not the Vikings, but the Falcons have the best offense in the NFC.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, I kind of they do have a solid offense. I've got to give them that.
Got 'em.
They've really got it. I kind of thought you maybe were going to say the NFC South, and then I was going to be like,
Okay.
yeah, that's an interesting one. Listen, this Falcons team, I think they kind of started off a little bit fuzzy, but as the weeks are going on, they are starting to gel more together. I think Kirk Cousins is definitely finding his feet. That's really bold, though, to say the best
Best offense in the NFC South.
In the NFC.
in the
In NFC? Oh, come
yeah.
on now. Let's calm
I
down.
don't think that.
That's an overreaction. I will
NFC
say
South.
maybe. I wouldn't. Maybe they got a great squad, but not in the NFC. Come on now.
Falcons fans, get amped.
28-3. That's what we need to say.
Right. All rookie QBs will make the playoffs this season.
Okay, but who are they? Jaden Daniels,
Yeah.
Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, so that's a no.
Caleb Williams.
What did I say? Caleb Williams.
The disrespect.
I guess I told you. No, so we got Caleb Williams,
So Caleb Williams,
Bo
Jaden
Nix,
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
That's right.
All of them to make the playoffs.
All of them will make the playoffs.
Broncos making playoffs?
The Commanders, 100%.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams and the Bears, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure.
I would
Bo
say-
Nix,
The only way the Bears are making
Maybe.
it is purely by a wild card spot.
that's a good one, really.
Because the NFC North, I mean, this has proven a bit of a tough division
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, Bo Nix, you know what, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, the only one for me is Jaden Daniels. The other two, I'm sorry, guys, it's not happening. Not this season, maybe next.
Last but least, gather around.
Uh-oh.
Gather around.
I'm like, leave it in.
The New York Giants
Oh.
will have a better season than the Indianapolis Colts this season.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
I'm going to let you guys hash this one out.
All right, okay, all right. I'm not going to lie, we have a trash defense right now.
Yeah.
The Colts are suffering on defense on all levels. Offensively, when it comes to quarterback play, Daniel Jones is still making plays, so I'll give him that. But I think as a squad, we have the better offense. Maybe you guys have a slightly better defense.
Slightly.
Yeah, I would say slightly. So you're saying the Giants are going to have a better season than the Colts?
Yeah. Season record.
No, I
So,
disagree.
Guys, I think you need to make a bet here.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
All right, what's the bet?
This is a long
Cold
term
tub,
bet. This is a long term bet.
No,
Cold bet?
we got to take it further than that.
But stop putting people in the cold. Every week.
We got to take it further than that. What you
Yeah.
got for us?
Okay, so this is going to be January by the time this comes
cold.
around, unless obviously we get to a point where there's no comeback for either team.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to have to be a juicy one.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Should we come back to the people with this one?
Maybe we'll come back to the people with that one.
Guys.
Oh no.
Bring, like, viewers out there.
That's a good idea.
No, viewers out there, let us
That's a good
know
idea,
what
of
you
course.
think the forfeit should be for these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be we've got to get a player on from one of your teams and you've got to big up the other team to them. That could be quite juicy.
So we're talking whichever team finishes with the worst record, essentially.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
gonna do the
It's going to be
forfeit.
the Giants, so wherever you got to bring it, because I ain't losing this one.
Imagine it's the Colt. He
We ain't
says
losing
that
this one.
in a Chiefs jacket.
Right, let's move swiftly on now.
One of the things that I saw that really got my attention in the London game, right here in the stadium, in this end zone, was the celebration by Bynum after he got the pick. Him and Josh Metellus, number 44, the parent trap. Now, guys in the UK, if you've watched the show, you'll know what the parent trap celebration is about. And I think we might actually reenact a bit. We got to get rid of you, Dre. You get out. You go
mean,
that way.
yeah.
You ain't got the moves. You go that way.
You ain't got
I'm gonna
the
get rid of the ball.
moves.
You go that way.
Okay.
After you ready? Zen. All right, let's do it.
Okay. Boom.
Yeah.
All right, we killed that. I think we killed that, right?
I mean,
we killed it. We
yeah,
killed it.
that's pretty juicy.
Oh, sorry, Dre.
Hold up a second. Sorry, I don't mean to be the hater in this, little section of love handshakes. However, I just, a little bit. So therefore, let me sprinkle a bit of salt in this.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I saw George doing the gritty incorrectly.
We don't
with
need to
Daniel
show
Sturridge.
that. We don't need to show
Roll
that.
that clip.
Let's go. You know how we go. You know we out of here.
Oh, was it incorrect?
It wasn't. It was good. I think but I was hidden. I was hidden behind Daniel Sturridge, so I don't even know if you can see it, but it's still there. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad it was hidden. I'm glad it was hidden. All right, enough of that. We don't need to see that no more. Dre, game of the week and locks. Let's move on swiftly.
I was enjoying that far too much. I completely forgot about that bit. But let's look at the games you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN, of course. Ash, what game are you going to be watching?
Good shout. What game am I watching?
Oh,
So the game of the week that I am excited to watch, I'm going for an NFC South divisional matchup. And for me personally, this division is kind of looking like the hot one to take. There are a couple of teams here that could be, like, anybody could be winning it really, apart from the Panthers. But the Buccaneers at the Saints, I think, is going to be a really good one. Obviously, the Saints are coming out off a loss. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers are still looking juicy, but I do know that the Buccaneers are leaving early to go to New Orleans because of the hurricane that is incoming. Anything can kind of happen with this one, but my lock of the week actually is going to another NFC South team.
Wow.
Falcons to beat the Panthers.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's a given, really. Again, though, the Panthers could maybe do anything. Anything can happen on any given Sunday, but really, the Falcons should take the dub here. Enough said.
Interesting. Anything can happen in the NFL, right? Any given Sunday, like they say. But for me, my game of the week that you definitely need to watch is the Commanders at the Baltimore Ravens. Why? Two great teams, both coming off a win. Two amazing quarterbacks who can do it on the ground, in the air, with the supporting cast of their offense and defense. It's Jaden Daniels versus Lamar Jackson. You'd be crazy not to watch this game. However, my lock of the week is going on the Lions because they travel to take on the Cowboys, and America's team are in for a wake-up call right now because the Lions and Jared Goff are coming off a bye week. They're rested. They're ready to go. And the Cowboys just about won their game. The Lions get this win.
my game of the week, something you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN, is the 49ers at the Seahawks, where my lock of the week,
Oh.
as I said to you earlier, calm down, relax, to both of you two.
Right.
Anyone panicking about the 49ers, they'll show you, just like the Giants did,
Oh, calm down now.
Yeah.
Calm down now.
there's nothing to worry about. Let's proceed with victories. So, 49ers for the win against the Seahawks.
Okay.
Watch the Seahawks win now.
Yeah, literally. They're going to
the
show
Seahawks
you.
win,
They're going to show you that you were wrong.
They're going to show this clip
They're
again
gonna
and
show
again
you.
in the locker room. That's it. Well, thank you so much, guys, for obviously watching, supporting, and all the love that we've been getting in person from all you fans who've been watching. We really, really appreciate it. Guys,
Yeah.
We got another week
We
of
do,
NFL.
man. Yeah, we got another game, and I gotta say, anytime we're out here in London and we've got fans approaching us to say how much they love the show and that they watch it every week, it means a lot, like Dre said. But the next game coming up is going to be a good one. Caleb Williams versus Trevor Lawrence. Two guys who, I guess, need another win. In particular, Trevor Lawrence with the Jags. And Caleb Williams just had a hell of a game. So, hey, I'm excited for this one.
Jags play well here as well.
They do.
London's team,
Yeah.
anything can happen.
And they're here for 2 weeks, right? They're here for 2 weeks, back-to-back games. So it's going to be a good one.
All right, we will catch you guys next week where we will be showing you all that we've been getting up to in the build-up to the Bears versus the Jags. But until then, we'll catch you guys next time. See if I can get it. Peace.